Guys are Eye of the Tiger 2.0. The squad is exactly the same. No one has changed.
They just decided to change their name?
I think maybe the organization has changed a little bit.
Oh, I see.
Or something along those lines. I'm not sure how sponsorships are working for them.
Do they have a sponsor named Rave by any chance?
I'm not sure about that.
It's either that or they just really love to party.
Yeah, they're just ravers.
Yeah, man. I can see it. That guy in the middle looks a little crazy. I think he could pull out some moves on the dance floor.
That is Pyong, the only non-Filipino on the team. Jo is Canadian, citizenship-wise, but still, of course, ethnically, he is peony, I guess you can say.
All right. Yeah, I gotcha. And there he is.
Indeed. One and only Pyong. Also their team captain, I believe.
Looked like a support player. Also a support player.
Yep, there's Cass. Cass loves the Chen. And Chrissy, generally handling the off lane. Everybody loves Batrider. Liar is their mid laner. And then, of course, Jeho, the carry. Looking pretty cool in that picture.
Yeah, he's ready to shoot.
It's gunning for that 5K.
Oh, yeah. Who isn't? It's amazing.
I think this is like the only Dota League where you can make that much money off of like one game.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a really cool system, and it really encourages people to try their best every game.
It's so Korean. The Koreans are all about top-heavy prize pools because the winner gets nothing. You can actually qualify for the KDL and win nothing.
Wow.
And play an entire season.
That's brutal.
That is brutal.
And this is PokerFace. We got Febby, JYU, Sky, Cynical, and MP. Febby, kind of like their carry player. JYU, their mid. Sky, is he an offlaner?
He supports along with Cynical, and MP handles the offlane for them.
MP handles the offlane, right. And they've done very well so far in their 2 matches against Zephyr and MVP. Both very strong teams.
Indeed.
And yeah, they went toe-to-toe with each one, beating MVP just the other day.
Yeah. And
losing 1-2 to Zephyr.
The prize money is incorrect, obviously, because they won their previous match.
Yeah.
They've gotten about $5,000.
Maybe the check's in the mail. You just haven't got it yet.
I think the teams actually do get paid after every season, though. Like they don't get paid until the end. They don't go into a dark room after the matches and they like
get a bag of money.
Yeah, get a bag of money. None of that.
All right, so yeah, maybe at the end of the season we'll see their prize money accumulated.
But PokerFace, they are former Bird Gang, for those of you who are unaware of the team. And they've had a pretty darn strong showing so far. Like you mentioned, Moonglade. I really want to see more of this team, and I want to see, after, as Bambo put it, the honeymoon phase, because they kind of have a new lineup, it's a new team name and stuff, everything's refreshed. I want to see how they do after that phase. Can they go for the long haul like Phoenix has been able to do, and like how Zephyr has been able to do? That's the question.
That's right. Many teams, or many players, have peaks and falls. Well, these guys are obviously, I wouldn't say peaking yet, but they're playing very well. They're on a high. So we're going to have to wait and see when they cool down how they're going to settle in.
Indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, it looks like they're going to be doing a few last-minute computer.
Fix up the settings a little bit.
Little fixer-uppers.
Get things sorted out. This is going to be a great match, I feel. I've never seen Rave play before, so I'm very, very interested to see what they have.
Also, another thing to note about Rave, they were in Tier 2 last season. They kind of blasted through the competition. They dropped a game here and there were some close ones. But overall, this team, everybody says that they're the team to beat when it comes to practice. When they're practicing their games, Rave is the guys to look out for.
Oh, really? So they kind of do better off-stage sort of thing? They're much better in practice than they are maybe in the booth?
Possibly, but I also think one of the reasons is that they were kind of segregated from the Tier 1, all the top teams in Korea.
Right.
And just that's the only experience they really got from them, is playing in practice.
This is going to be a bit of a trial by fire. It's going to be a bit of an awakening to them, playing in the Tier 1s.
I think this will kind of set a precedent to how these teams do throughout the season. And there's
some handsome Zephyr players.
Very handsome. Blitz and Bambo joining us in the studio. So a little shout out for them.
Yeah, great players, great people.
Yeah. You should follow them on Twitter if you guys haven't already. I think it's at BlitzDota and at Sexy Bambo.
Oh, yeah.
Could be wrong about the Blitz one, though. I hope I'm not.
They'll find it eventually. They'll just Google Zephyr and look up the team.
Indeed. You can follow Zephyr as well. Or you can even follow us.
You can follow us. I'm at Moonglade AU, and he
I meant, yeah, Whiplash.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be getting into the draft very shortly. I believe they have solved the computer issues, and I say that not confidently because apparently they haven't.
They're getting to it. They're fixing it up a little bit, logging into Steam, no doubt, by the looks of that.
One step at a time.
One step, you know, you got to get into Steam before you can play Dota. It's usually how it works.
Fun fact, the Korean client actually has its own standalone Dota client when it comes to Korea, because I don't know, the Koreans are a little bit weird about using Steam at times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They've always had that kind of like an ID system in Korea.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
You got to like log into your ID and then you can use the internet sort of thing. Yeah, that's why I didn't have a Korean account. I'd really love one, but
it's. I mean, you can get you have to sign up for a Nexon account. Basically, it's still free to play.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't cost anything, and ooh, that's cool. Looks like that guy has a plane ticket. I'm not sure for what. I didn't catch it.
Where would he be going? Maybe he's going to the International.
That's what I was thinking.
I would respect that. That's probably the only ticket I'd show.
Yeah, that's definitely the ticket to have.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
I can't wait to wish I was there.
I'm going to try and get there. I don't know how. I'm going to beg on the streets for enough money to afford a ticket. I don't know.
I got to use those eSport connections to get through.
Yep. We'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Well, maybe talk to Blitz. He could possibly help you out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, still technical issues, unfortunately.
It's quite unfortunate, but you know, these things happen.
Yeah, they do. It's just part of PC gaming in general, esports. Until our computers are, I guess, self-aware, then we're going to have issues.
I guess.
And then once they're self-aware, they're going to be lazy and take forever to boot up because they want to take a nice nap.
Yeah, I can imagine them being pretty lazy. Damn computers. We got a pretty good turnout here. I'm really impressed with the audience.
Yeah. I did a little snapshot for the Twitter followers out there.
Oh, nice.
Showing them what's up.
Yeah. Fan base is growing here. It feels really good.
It does. It does feel good. It's like when the KDL first started, they kind of like they gave out lots of Nexon cash, which you can use to buy Dota items in game.
Oh, that's cool.
And such, and like the season tickets for season 1. But this season, they haven't really been doing much of that. It's just a lot of people are really enjoying the game. They're coming into the studio in Gangnam, and they're watching the games.
Yeah, yeah. And the games are getting better and better.
Well, not last game. Let's not talk about that one.
Well, you know, Tier 2 still has a bit of a ways to go, but Tier 1 for sure has been great games all along.
Yeah, definitely on that one. I'm on the boat with you there.
You been playing any Dota in your off time?
Of course, man.
Yeah,
I've been doing a lot more watching recently than playing.
There's so many tournaments to watch right now.
There is.
Like the Summit and WPC and ESL 1. Oh, man, I got tickets for all of them, and
Nice.
I'm just been grinding them out every chance I get.
I got a Dream League ticket.
I don't think I have Dream League yet.
Dude, the bundle you get with it is so sick.
What do you get for this?
You get like a HUD for like a Skywrath Mage and Vengeful Spirit like combo. You get a loading screen. You get a custom Invoker set. You get a chainsaw for Pudge.
Huh.
It's really sick.
So it's like $10?
Yeah, it's like it's $12, I think.
Okay.
It's not
See,
too
I
bad.
think it's like probably the coolest thing about how Dota works and like the tournaments work in Steam is like you buy a ticket to watch a tournament. Not only are you supporting the players and the prize pool and the tournament itself, but you get like something back. You get like, items to keep forever.
Yeah, I love that. It's ingenious. It really is.
It's such a brilliant way. And no other game, no other company does it like this. And
No one does it quite like Valve.
Valve are on top of it, man.
They are.
I love it.
They're my number one in my heart now.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, it was Blizzard. Valve is still in my heart.
I'm kind of torn in half at the moment. I mean, I still love Blizzard and everything they've done, but Valve are just doing it so right now.
They are. They're doing it right. They're doing a good service. I feel it's like so pure. It's so good. It's heavenly.
Yeah. Oh, looks like the game might be starting.
Yes, indeed, Moonglade. It does look like we are starting. So let's go ahead, move into the draft. Once again, this is the Korean Dota 2 League. We're moving into our Tier 1 match of the day between PokerFace and Rave, a.k.a. Eye of the Tiger. My name is Whiplash. I have Moonglade casting with me. Let's see who can win. $5,000 on the line. PokerFace will get $6,000 if they win, because they currently are on a 1-game winning streak.
They're bankrolling, man. They're up 1.
They're building their bankroll.
They're building the bankroll. They're on that money train right now.
Yeah.
Can they stay on, or will they fall off?
I play a little bit of poker on the side. I don't know about you, Moonblade.
I've tried poker, but you know, I just didn't have the patience for it.
Gotcha.
I found playing those microtransactions. You know, I end up going all in, like maybe like half an hour in, and I'm just like, I either win a lot or I lose.
So it sounds like a gambling problem, then. It's maybe good that you don't play.
Yeah, it's like a patience problem. Like, I could be like, I don't know, playing Dota or StarCraft right now. That's me there.
Well, I'm familiar with a lot of poker terms from the poker community, so I may have to throw in a few every now and then whenever PokerFace play.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Building your bankroll.
Yeah.
When you start playing poker, you have to, start making some money early on, and you use that more and more. You actually only use a fraction of the money you earn from poker to actually play, if you're doing it correctly.
Oh, okay. So you can afford to live off it, sort of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you can't really bust out. You have a certain amount of buy-ins.
Right.
So little poker facts.
Yeah,
out there.
I remember being told some math to it. I had a Warcraft 3 friend from Australia who made millions from it, just doing it online, which is pretty amazing, you know. But you know, I sometimes think I wish I went down that path. But
yeah, it's the patience and just there's something about video games, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I play games because I love them, not because I want to make money.
Exactly.
Poker's kind of the opposite. It's like to make money.
You play to make money. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the draft here.
Yeah,
Things have certainly gone underway.
Let's talk about the draft.
All right. Well, as soon as we get done looking at Cynical, a little cutie from PokerFace.
Yep. Thinking hard about what's he gonna pick.
Okay. Well, looking so far at the bans from PokerFace, they're still valuing the Naga Siren very highly, and J-Ho does like to play that hero a lot. So not a huge surprise to see them banning out the Naga Siren.
Such a strong hero still, even after the nerfs, you know. It still picked a lot and still carries a lot.
I have a feeling that Naga Siren has been nerfed more than almost any other hero in the history of Dota.
Oh, really?
There's like her peak potential is ridiculous, and the things that people have done with her is amazing.
Yeah.
She went from a carry to a support to a mid laner that would farm up Radiance and just like get 6 slotted at 40 minutes or less in the game. And they have a bat. And Naga Siren is right next to it, and they just keep hitting Naga Siren.
Yeah.
Beyond that, we have Nature's Prophet being removed as well by PokerFace. Sand King and the Earthshaker removed.
Interesting removal.
Side.
And obviously they picked Shadow Demon, Dazzle, 2 other characters that I forget.
Wraith King. I think I saw.
Yeah, it was Wraith King, and there was 1 other. It was Darkseer. Okay.
Cool. Darkseer's really been coming back into the competitive play a lot recently. I think Universe is a big part of this. He really has been playing an amazing Darkseer over the past few months, and it's always kind of been a signature hero for him.
Such a strong offlaner. Great at kind of dealing with like offensive tries and whatnot with its Ion Shell. And
it doesn't matter how many times you nerf vacuums, cooldown. It does not matter.
It doesn't matter.
People will still pick him.
Yeah, he's a great hero.
There's Pyong. Looks like he's mainly their offlaner, from what things if I recall. And let's talk a little bit about Rave's picks and bans.
Good idea.
They've gotten rid of the Bat Rider, no surprise there. And Enchantress, a lot of people on PokerFace kind of value that hero pretty highly. It's
so funny, they banned Axe. And I was actually watching PokerFace last night, and they were picking Axe, and they were kicking ass with Axe. It was really impressive play. So maybe they did a bit of research last night. They watched PokerFace's games, and they're like, you know what? They've been running Axe a lot. Let's shut that down.
Yeah, it sounds like you certainly were not the only one watching these games.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do like the last ban from Rave. They got rid of the Invoker. It's another hero that we'll see a lot from PokerFace. So JYU, their mid player.
Right.
So down to pick that hero a good amount. So a good ban considering that all that PokerFace lacks is that mid hero.
I feel like we could see a Puck. I'm feeling like Puck would be absolutely great. We've seen that Puck a lot in the past.
That's very true.
And it's such a strong Puck. JYU is amazing on Puck.
Yeah. That kind of removes that leap ability from the Mirana. That'll be nice.
Great initiation. And we see like an Ember Spirit, Mirana, Treant, and Elder Titan.
Well, we're lacking one support on Rave's end, and PokerFace did remove the Ancient Apparitions, the final ban. I'm okay with that. It would not give them a lot of lockdown, which is something that I am concerned about for Rave.
Yeah, they're missing out a lot.
They have like pseudo lockdown, but whoa,
A sniper.
Right.
I saw them pick sniper last night too. Actually,
Oh yeah,
yeah, and it actually worked out really well.
Cool.
And they actually shut down an Ember Spirit with it.
Cool.
That is so funny.
You know what? Actually, like that makes perfect sense now that I think about it.
Well, I mean, his range just gets ridiculous, and it kind of just really zones out Ember Spirit.
Yeah, you don't get that early farm on Ember Spirit. He is just you got to play catch up, and it's not always fun.
Yeah, but he's like one of the harder ones to catch up on. Like Ember Spirit just poor farming if undergeared.
That's true. Oh, cool. I'm really glad to see the sniper pick up. I'm glad you've been doing your research, Moonblade, seeing what PokerFace has been up to.
I've been checking it out, you know.
Reading their cards.
I'm actually a big fan of PokerFace after watching their last games. You know, they're a great team to watch, and they did really well last night too. They won their games in the ESL 1 qualifier.
I'm liking them a lot as well.
Still, do you think we'll see like a Bane come out from Rave, perhaps?
I would like the Bane. I think that is it's a great hero to go with the Mirana.
I'm thinking a Bane would be perfect at this point.
I'd be down with Bane. Any hero that just brings in some good lockdown. Even like a Vengeful Spirit would be nice, but actually, no, I take that back. There's not too many Rain on Rave. I don't think they can utilize that Vengeful too much.
That's a good point. They're taking their time deciding.
Oh, I take that back as well. I always get the Vengeful Spirit aura mixed up with the Drow aura. But
Crystal Maiden.
All right, Crystal Maiden. I was thinking that's another good hero they can go with.
Yeah, that's definitely probably my second pick.
All right, cool. Well, the heroes have been picking banned, Moonblade.
They have been indeed. So excited to see how this game is going to go. I'm really excited to see how Sniper's going to go.
Yeah, I want to know how the Sniper Ember Spirit mid lane work out, and if Rave kind of does something to help out that Ember Spirit, if they do a bit of dual laning or anything like that.
I think they'll definitely have to try and shut down the Sniper early before he gets too leveled up and too much farm from the Ember Spirit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to move into the first game in this best of 3 from the Tier 1. It's Rave versus PokerFace here at the Korean DOTA2 League with Whiplash and Moonblade. If you want, you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Whiplash, and he is at Moonblade AU.
That's right.
All right, I got it right.
You got it right, man. Looks like they're invading the Radiant jungle pretty quickly, but they've already kind of been scouted out, so I don't know if they're actually going to get anything done.
Rave is backing off. Putting a few offensive wards down as well.
Shutting down the jungle for now.
Loving that Mirana skin, by the way.
Yeah,
really
that's
cool.
a cool skin.
Well, look at PokerFace. They're just waiting. All right, using the Surge on the Shadow Demon, they're actually going to catch somebody. It's going to be the Treant, and there's a stun follow-up as well. I think they're doing some body blocking, and yes, there's a first blood.
Wow, straight up. Great pick by the Shadow Demon. They thought they were gone. They thought they went home, but Disruption captures.
Great execution. You know what I'm noticing from these Korean teams? Their execution is getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Their teamwork is starting to look really, really solid. On the top, the tiers, of course. And it's only a matter of time. Look, they're doing a little bit of dewarding. PokerFace already off to an amazing start.
Completely shutting down that bottom rune location and kind of opening that jungle up to any sort of gank. That's a huge dewarding.
All right, well, it looks like Jo will be playing the mid Ember Spirit, and I wasn't expecting him to go mid, but he has occasionally gone there from time to time. There are actually a lot of teams out there that will kind of switch between the 1 and 2 position. It's not entirely uncommon to see that based on the heroes that are played.
Right. It's a great idea. Looks like some Frostbite jungling, perhaps. The PokerFace.
This ward will block it, I believe. Oh, can they get the last hit?
Oh, no. Did Cynical get that?
Yeah, actually he did. I wasn't sure if it was him or Crystal Maiden.
They have similar colors, yeah.
Yeah, the lighter blue won out in the end. So, nice little cheeky play. Rior still finding himself a little bit of farm. Just a little bit, though.
Just a little bit. Hasn't been shut down just yet.
And we've been seeing offensive tri-lanes become pretty darn popular with that Wraith King.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tanky. He can be on the front and just whack away. And the stun/slow is just really nice to have.
It kind of feels like Yeah, Wraith King has to kind of be like babysit a bit because he's the way he is early game, and like if he gets shut down, he doesn't really get anything done. So like if they can kind of like get him to snowball early, it's really much better for the mid game.
Yeah. Elder Titan, he got hit with a few nerfs, I feel, and I'm just not as happy with this hero as I used to be. But
yeah, we actually haven't seen him too much in the recent patch in just about any game.
I feel like there's a lot of other off-laners that I prefer over him. It's all personal preference, of course. I used to play some Elder Titan. I liked him back when you could play him mid, Bulba style.
Oh, yeah?
But then they nerfed his W ability, and it just didn't do as much damage. You couldn't clear out those creep waves as fast. And as I say that, we have a double smoke gang coming in from both ends. Jo running away towards his teammates, which will be revealed soon. So there's the Treant, and they get the poison touch on Jeho. Can they finish him off? He's going to back off in that regeneration rune nearby. They do actually get Dazzle, though. He is the first blood target. And very nice deny from JYU. Still, it's a 1.
Rave come out on top of that. Yeah.
They do. Jo has to go home. Oh, no, he's going to salve up. And he can head back to that lane. Still, though, I really like that JYU denied the regeneration rune. He was making the best of a not so amazing situation.
Absolutely the right play. And I mean, the sniper's done pretty well so far. Definitely beating Ember Spirit by quite a lot in last hits.
Yeah, and look at the denies as well. This is only going to get worse.
Yeah, it's only like the sniper has like such small damage early, but when it builds up, his denies are going to get huge.
It's a legit sniper. Yeah, I actually really like it for this game. It's a great hero to go against the mid.
As long as he doesn't get shut down, I feel like, yeah, what a great pick.
I don't think he'll really get shut down at this stage. They're going to need to rotate a lot, and I don't see that happening as much from Rave. They do have to kind of babysit Rior.
Yeah, that's very true.
He is Luna, which can jump away pretty efficiently, but still, it's just you don't want to leave her completely alone.
No, not against an offensive tri-lane like that. Sniper taking some pot shots, takes some searing change damage, but
I like that Jo has not picked up any points in the Flame Guard as well, because Sniper's, he's all about the physical.
It's all physical, yeah, absolutely no point at all.
And it's not going to help out whatsoever.
Might as well build up the harassment.
Yeah. And, I mean, you're going to be far away anyway, so why not just go for the Sleight of Fist?
Yeah, absolutely.
And, oh, wow, looks like top lane. This Observer is just not on point today. He's missed a kill again. And it's going to be the Elder Titan up in the top lane.
Drop into the Darkseer.
Yeah, it was pretty close as well. And Febby playing in the off, oh no, solo safe lane, but still technically off lane. I guess PokerFace are totally down for just switching up their lanes whenever they feel like it.
I think it's a very good idea. I think it's a great way to kind of trying to shut down their safe lane as well as farming up their position 1, I guess. Yeah. Their tank.
I have noticed, though, Febby did play a good amount of Bat Rider in Season 1 in addition to the carry. NP has position 1 this game.
Elder Titan actually doing really well in last hits. Surprisingly, even though dying early.
Here's the thing about Elder Titan. He actually has really good last hitting potential in the lane, as long as it's like just against one other person.
Right.
He's pretty tanky, even though he did die to the Darkseer.
I wonder actually what happened up there. I really wish we saw it. How did it happen? Did he? Sorry, you go. I'm too busy trying to think about it.
Well, I think he just got a little too aggressive against the Darkseer, and they both had soul rings, so they were probably thinking, okay, I can finish him off.
Right, yeah. Probably too much damage from that Iron Shell.
Absolutely. It's already up to level 4.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a smoke from Rave. We'll see what they can accomplish. Same from Eye of the Tiger, PokerFace. What one will happen first? That's the question. This Observer switching between the high and low, or top lane, mid lane, and bottom lane. Waiting to see what will happen.
Looks like they might catch out this Darkseer. Getting in position for it, but the Darkseer kind of...
Oh, Rior. He's overstepped his boundaries, and okay, he's going to get caught. Soul Catcher after the disruption. Look at the damage from that weave.
Wow.
Stun follow-up from the Wraith King. He picks up his boots, and he's good to go. Febby, well, he's in a lot of trouble now.
Yeah, you get completely caught out there.
Yeah. I guess they were too cheeky about that kill in the bottom lane. They forgot about the supports from Rave.
Yep. They didn't think for a second, where are the supports? And Doxier paid the price.
He paid the iron price.
He did. He got his monies. They left the clothes.
Arrow flinged out to the mid lane. Will miss JYU. And Cast is nearby. Waiting. Just waiting. Just waiting for that opportunity.
Yep. And I mean, the sniper has no really any escape at all. So if he gets hit by that long arrow, like, he's as good as dead.
Indeed. All right, we have another initiation. This time it's from PokerFace's end. Pyong's at the side, but well, can they actually finish off? Yes, they do get Sky, but the trade-off may be a 2-for-1. No, Jo, he comes in, throws out a sleight of fist tentacle. He's forced to use on himself a Shallow Grave and Febby. Well, can he actually scare away Jo? No, he can't. He's looking like he may die. The heal will buy him a little bit more time, but it's not enough. And down goes the Darkseer. Still the 2-for-1 trade. They do keep Cynical alive, and I'd still be okay with that.
Yeah, that was a great trade. And Wraith King also TP'd top, but yeah, couldn't get anything really done. Just going to hang out, maybe take some farm instead. And at the same time, Sniper kind of being just left alone to do whatever he wants to farm up. Pretty much safety farm, but
JYU, he's in trouble. Gets hopped by the Fist in the Chains and the Leech Seed follow-up. That's a death.
And that's pretty much exactly the problem with Sniper. I mean, like, if you get caught out, there's no escape.
This hero, it's all about positioning. That is how you play with this hero.
Absolutely. And yeah, he was really out of position, running up the, looking for the top ward. Sorry, the top rune.
I mean, look at the score. It's 5-5 now, Moonblade. We're about 8.5 minutes into the match. The teams are looking pretty even, pretty neck and neck.
It's actually a really even match so far. Yeah, no one's really lost any lane, essentially. I guess maybe like Doxier didn't do too well up top, but he did get a kill on Elder Titan, sorry, but
it's a little back and forth.
It's very back and forth, and yeah, it's really just an even match. Who do you think has more of the advantage mid-game?
Mid-game, well, hold on a second. We have an arrow flying out, just barely misses Febby. That was close. But yeah, back to what we were talking about, Moonblade. Mid-game, I don't know if I can pick, I guess, a real true victor here. I want to give a bit of an edge to Rave.
Yeah.
But if PokerFace have good positioning with that sniper and he can kind of just do the damage he needs, then it could be quite annoying for Rave to actually finish off somebody. I mean, they have the Surge, they have the Shallow Grave, the Disruption. There's so much to keep their team alive. Febby being harassed a little bit in the bottom lane, and top lane we have another Disruption Soul Catcher combination MP.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh, the extra damage from the Shadow Weave.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Double change though on the supports. He healed up though. Jo, he's up there alone. Will not be able to jive 1-on-3 and expect to survive that engagement.
Not at all. Pinging the sniper. Looks like they might want to try and make a move on him again. Trying to shut him down. He has been free farming once again middle as the Ember Spirit rotated top.
I like that this sniper's getting a good amount of farm. That kill a little bit earlier was not amazing that happened on him. And it looks like item-wise, he's built into a Ring of Aquila and some phase boots, which are nice. So low items that aren't too expensive to build. And if you die a few times, it's not the end of the world. You can still build into them pretty easy. They don't require a lot of money to grab.
What do you think he's going to go for next? Do you think maybe do people still go Shadow Blade on a rifleman?
I think occasionally. I'm not an expert on the hero, and I won't pretend to be.
Because I mean that's a great way.
Middle lane. JYU. It looks like he may fall again, and Shadowed even just a little bit too far away to use his Disruption, and Dazzle not even in the picture whatsoever. I like what Rave are doing. I feel if they shut down the sniper, then just PokerFace are not going to have a mid-game, and they're going to fall behind pretty far late game.
I absolutely feel like shutting down the sniper is essential. And it's very, very well done so far.
Still though, like tied up 6-6. These teams are
neck and neck. You know, it's very even match so far.
They don't give the other team an opportunity to get ahead. Basically, is what's happened.
Yeah, trading blow for blow right now.
Well, last hit-wise, the sniper has died twice, so I feel like his last hit count is not as amazing as it kind of leads to be.
Yeah.
Ember Spirit, not so many last hits, but This is a hero where once you get like your first core item, like you're online basically. It's just getting to that point that can be annoying or hard. And if you don't do good earlier on in the game, you're kind of relegated to farming and doing a little bit of like sleight of fist chains, and that's about it in these fights.
Right.
Let's see, what else do we got here? We do have the level 6 on the Treant Protector, so Overgrowth is available. And still waiting on the Freezing Field from Crystal Maiden. Probably won't be a huge impact ability earlier on into the game.
Ember's going to get a DD rune. This could be another kill.
Well, it certainly could be Moonglade. I am a little concerned for PokerFace. They also have this ward, which can do a bit of spotting from the high ground near that top rune.
And Sniper being very defensive now. Obviously sees the double damage rune.
All right, I like this. Sky's nearby. And I hope he sticks around.
Yeah, he really has to. I think Sniper needs some babysitting right now.
Arrow flies out to kind of scare away the Darkseer, and the bottom tower will fall. I think the Mirana got it. I'm pretty sure.
We got a Blink Dagger online for the Wraith King now.
Oh, Jo, he's looking for somebody. Oh, he misses the chains, though, and now there's a disruption as well as a Soul Catcher onto him. Oh, but just he leaps away. Does not want to get caught in that, and there's the Moonlight Shadow follow-up as well. Oh, a lot of members nearby here. This is really bad for PokerFace. They lose JYU. MP will fall next. He's going to come back alive, but I'm not sure if he can stick around, but an amazing wall! And there's the Overgrowth to follow it up as well to kind of make for their escape. PokerFace, they lost one. The mech has been used. MP, he's in a lot of trouble, actually. It looks like he will end up falling, and then Jo goes to the high ground, finishes off the dazzle. That's already 4 dead on PokerFace's end. And there's a surge from the Darkseer, forced away. There's your answer, Moonglade, and who's going to win the mid-game?
Yep, absolutely. That Sniper once again caught out of position, and that's pretty much the end of it. There's just no damage in that fight, and the team fight went so poorly after that.
He had a perfect wall vacuum from Febby. But there's just no follow-up.
There's just nothing left. No mid hero to help out. No damage.
I'm actually starting to see that PokerFace, their lack of AoE is really going to hurt them in these team fights.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of vacuum if you don't have anything like that?
Exactly. That's the problem. I mean, Sniper's great for single target. Same for the Wraith King. He can tank up a lot of damage as well. And, you know, their 2 supports are great for helping out with survival. The AoE from the Shadow Weave is really the only thing I can see, you know, doing work with that wall of replica.
Yeah, and that's nothing too special.
It's not enough, I feel.
It's just not enough.
It's decent, but it's not enough.
I mean, it'd be cool if there was, Shadow Wave and something else.
Yeah.
But alone, no, it's not going to really make vacuum worth it at all.
Exactly. Well, at least we have a mechanism online for the Darkseer. But I believe that the Elder Titan's already picked us up. He's up to 78 last hits.
Wow, he's doing great for me.
Yeah, he has his mech. Just some naked boots for the time being. MP, he could be in a bit of trouble. We have a smoke gank coming in from the basically entire Rave squad, barring the Mirana top lane. And all right, can they get the stomp off? No, they don't, but they do get the chains with the fist. And MP, sorry, man, you're toast. Wow, going down to the ultimate of the Elder Titan. Nicely placed.
So PokerFace might be posturing up for a counter gank after this. Oh, the courier could get sniped as well, but they decide to just back off.
Well, it's still a dangerous position to be in, and with the Mirana joining them, we're now aiding his allies. This is just bad. I think PokerFace may end up losing a lot of members here. Okay, they put down the ward, but I'm not sure if that's going to really matter. They're moving in on JYU. He gets disrupted to save himself. Wall moves out as well. I believe we saw it overgrow for a little bit, and Febby, he's being kept alive now, surged away. MP is still, where is he? Oh, he's hiding in the trees, okay. I missed him there for a second. Oh, headshot. Barely missing the mark. Almost was able to take out that Crystal Maid. I'm actually surprised that there was only 1 death throughout that fight. A lot of low health heroes on either end.
Yeah, huge trade. And Sniper kind of felt like he got caught out again.
Oh, I spoke too early, Moonglade, because they get the Wraith King. They also took the Tier 1 tower at the top. Rave are doing pretty darn good, and from the look of things, I think they're just simply outplaying PokerFace.
Yeah, I feel like that Sniper pick is really It's really showing through in this game, especially mid game. Sniper is kind of just not finding the place to be, always getting caught out, steering change, and kind of just focused down so quickly.
I'm wondering now if I guess in PokerFace's lineup maybe they needed something other than the Darkseer, or other than the sniper, or just to make the sniper work. They need to switch something around.
Yeah.
Either it's not enough AOE, or they're just not focusing enough on the single target.
Yeah, maybe some more single target would have been a good idea.
Well, it's coming down to all the team fights, unfortunately, for PokerFace, which is where the AOE really starts to shine.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we're seeing this Blink Dagger from MP. It hasn't really accomplished anything yet. Rave have done a great job at sticking together in a lot of these fights and just making sure that if you want to fight one of them, you're going to have to fight the rest.
Absolutely. And they're quite ahead in gold and experience now. 3,000 and 5,000, respectively.
PokerFace has been able to farm pretty efficiently, looking at the last hit mark.
Yeah.
Counter. So they've done great there. Their laning phase isn't their weakness. I think it's just the picks and the mid game is.
Yeah, the composition is just.
Yeah, the composition.
It's lacking for sure.
Well, Rave, I think that they just got a tier 2 tower for free, Moonblade.
Yeah, they just gave it up. Yeah. Straight up.
That shows how afraid PokerFace are of Rave overall, and it's not going to get easier for them.
No, I mean it's only going to get harder and harder. They got to find something. They got to either find a great team fight, or they got to stop picking and trying to make it a bit more even in these team fights.
Yeah, they absolutely do need to pick off players, but who can they actually pick off? That's the problem. It's going to be hard if they disrupt the Ember Spirit. It's really hard to get a follow-up stun before he can just remnant away. Yeah, I mean, you have Mirana for counter initiation and initiation. All right, that's a pretty nice weave, actually. Stun from the Wraith King, and a very nice vacuum all once again, but the overgrowth is just the follow-up, and they walk away. It's the perfect counter. It's the perfect counter to the wall.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, Feby's got to be like so angry at this point. He's gotten off so many perfect walls in MP. He actually ends up getting popped thanks to the Astral Spirit and the AoE, or the damage over time from the Searing Chains. And the second one to hit him and just continue annoying. Surge onto the King as well, but I don't really see him accomplishing too much. Jo is just annoying with the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, great harassment.
He doesn't even have any of his core items yet either. It's just the drums.
Yeah, he saved up quite a lot now. 2.2k.
And Jo buying a little bit of extra time so this Mirana can push the top tower. Arrow thrown out. Oh, there's a blink. A disjointed stun. Thanks to the leap. So no death there. Or even any damage.
Yeah. Yeah, this sniper has just been so lackluster this game. Wish we could see exactly what he's going for in his item set. I don't know what he could get at this point to really make things better.
Maybe more damage. That's really the only thing you built for on Sniper.
Yeah. Feels like he really needs something to help him live. Yeah, he's got
Manta
Yasha.
style. Yeah, he has the Yasha. Manta style would be a nice follow-up.
Yeah, that would help.
And let's see what else we have. Item-wise, Cynical really poor. PokerFace's Sky is poor. MP just with the Blink Dagger and some Power Treads. Not the position to be in. I'm really survived at the gold craft, though. Okay, never mind. This is current gold, where Feby's kind of topping the charts. The Darkseer, he's doing work in these team fights, but he actually can't win the team fights on his own, which is really sad. And we're seeing just this overgrowth right after the wall follow-up, and then Rave just backs up, and they say, you know what? We don't actually care that you used wall. It does not matter to us.
Yeah, it absolutely does not. They just run away. And yeah, it must be so frustrating for the Darkseer because every time he's got like such a great vacuum, like a 5-person vacuum with that wall, it just hasn't made a slight difference at all.
It hasn't. It's that lack of AoE, like we were saying.
Lack of AoE, lack of team composition there. Kind of went from maybe more of a fun composition, like, yeah, let's go Sniper, let's have some fun, let's shut down this Ember Spirit. They won't know what's going on, but they watched last night's game. They know exactly what's going on, and they just went for a pretty standard lineup.
I also want to mention that there's actually a lot of synergy between the Ember Spirit and the Elder Titan. You remove all of that armor with your Astral Spirit, and all of a sudden Ember Spirit's hitting like ridiculous hard. Okay, we're going to see a chase on the Feby, but the Sleight of Fist is missed. get out of there. A-okay.
PokerFace really just kind of hovering around their main, kind of like not going out too far or sticking together. They can't really afford to get picked off anymore.
I do like the wards they have in the middle lane. It's actually covering a lot of that middle ground. And, whoa, they're going straight onto the Roshan. This is almost like a desperate Roshan attempt. But, all right, well, there's a ping from the Ember Spirit. And look at that, like, they barely even damaged him.
Wow. They just do not do enough damage right now.
Oh, this is very bad. This could actually be game-ending for PokerFace if they continue to do this fight. All right, the arrow's falling out. And, okay, so they know that there was a Roshan attempt. And PokerFace, they back up immediately. I think the look on their faces is very equivalent to their name at this point.
Yeah, they have to get out of there. And it looks like they might go for the tier 2 top. Rave. Kind of shut down more of the lanes. They're in a 10,000 gold lead right now.
Ouch.
They are so far ahead.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
I think they'll get this for free. And at the same time, looks like PokerFace might be actually going to try and go for the Roshan again.
They don't actually have great DPS against Roshan. There's not a lot of negative armor.
They're running back again.
Besides the weave.
And I feel like Sniper really has to be there for that to kind of help out a bit more with the DPS instead of pushing down bottom lane.
Indeed.
And Rave kind of just own the jungle.
They're owning everything up. They have the Treant Protector, which means these tier 1 towers haven't even fallen yet.
They haven't lost a single tower yet. Wow.
That's always a terrible feeling when the enemy team has all of the tier 1 and tier 2 towers killed, and you have none of their towers.
Definitely adds to a huge gold advantage.
Ember Spirit getting quite close to the Battle Fury. He is just missing that broadsword, I believe. So we'll have that up and running fairly soon. And even Crystal Mating picking up a gem. And why not? You know, when you're this far ahead, Moonglade, getting that gem and just preventing the enemy team from having wards set up and keeping them in the dark.
Oh, yeah. That's perfect.
It just doesn't allow them to really do much. They're forced to be very, very defensive into, like, sometimes they have to just wait on the high ground.
Yeah, they have to play in the dark, essentially, and there's nothing they can do about it. Perfect way to just completely shut them down.
Indeed.
We had a BKB on the Elder Titan.
Elder Titan's had a pretty darn nice game.
He's had a great game.
Got his farm.
Great farm.
Same with this Ember Spirit. Even though he didn't have an amazing time against the Sniper, it only took like a rotation or two to kill him to really just allow him to snowball, because we see Ember Spirit, he's 5-0 and 6.
Yeah, he really made up for it in kills and assists. So yeah.
Look at the items on cast too. He is pretty darn rich. Has the Blink Dagger, a Hood of Defiance. The gem was given to him by the Crystal Maiden, but he's still balling.
He's doing just fine.
Looks like Rave are well on their way to getting that bankroll. But as I said, that Febby, he was caught out by Rior and trying to surge away. But can he actually outrun the Mirana with the haste drone? That is the question.
Oh, wow.
And he has the mech available, has forced to use it. Surges once more and then turns it around. Okay, there's the Demonic Purge, but a leap into a teleport away. And Rior, he makes it out easy.
Great escape. And at the same time, Rave just casually pushing up every lane, kind of getting ready to make their move on the high ground. It's pretty much all they got left. And Battle Fury online for Ember Spirit, so his poke just got a whole lot bigger.
And he has some Ancient stacks waiting for him as well. I think that Rave, it's time for them to maybe get that next item or two that they're waiting on, that they've been farming towards. Pick up the Aegis from Roshan and go into the tier 3. It's really, that's the natural progression of how this game will kind of go.
Yeah. Really, yeah, they could probably force out a fight in the Roshan. Probably win a team fight from there.
Okay, I really like this from PokerFace. They want to do a smoke attempt, but holy crap, Rave, they are ready. Okay. Well, in comes MP, blinks forward, gets a stun off onto the Treant Protector, and down goes the wall as well, but still, they've already picked up the Wraith King. Sky, low on health, he's backed away. I mean, just the Moonlight Shadow's got to be so annoying to deal with. They do throw down a few wards, and Rave, actually, they've lost the Ember Spirit as well as the Treant. So, PokerFace, JY has been able to do some damage from behind.
Finally able to do some damage in these fights without getting shut down from the get-go.
Oh, look at Febby. He's still chasing down. Very nice vacuum, and he gets a double kill. Very impressive.
And they can go on the Roshan from this.
PokerFace are still in this.
What a turnaround.
That was good. This is exactly what they needed to do. Rave kind of had a feeling that PokerFace were coming, but
that was the funny part. They were like so positioned for a team fight. They might have seen it coming from that ward in middle, but they still lost it quite convincingly.
I think it was due to the high ground advantage that PokerFace had, and that wall's positioning like right smack in the middle. Right. Every other fight, Rave has said, okay, we're just going to back away from that wall and not worry about it.
Decided to fight this time, and yeah, I feel like JYU, he was just in the right position this time. For the first time this game, he was in the right position to do some damage.
He was. And you know what, Moonglade? If Sniper can manage to really get his farm online, a lot of the heroes on Rave, like the Crystal Maiden, even like the Elder Titan and Treant Protector, they're going to just be less useful, and
they'll just disappear.
That's not to say that. I mean, this Sniper is just going to look at that Ember Spirit and focus him down as soon as he sees him.
Oh yeah,
he'll drop like a sack of potatoes.
Absolutely, he's going to have to be so careful. But he has a good mantra up, so you know he's got some escape. He's got some something to help him out if he gets focused on.
Yeah, a little bit of extra DPS even.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he builds into next. Whether it's you know, a little bit of a survivability item, maybe like something like a Scotty, or if he just goes straight up DPS Desolator style, or just straight up to the MKB. You know, the most efficient DPS and going through that agility.
Yeah.
Or the evasion, excuse me. Really up to him what he decides to do. But Ember Spirit, let's not forget that he is going to be very scary late game. The first Battle Fury is already finished, and the Chrysalis Ore's second Battle Fury is underway for JO.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Chrysalis up next, into Daedalus perhaps.
It's the most common follow-up to the first Battle Fury, but I feel like you can actually go either way. The crit is good for the team fights, I feel. If you want to try to get a lucky crit on one of the supports, all of a sudden they're down to half health, a quarter health, and they have to move back to the well, or if there's any AoE involved as well, then they're simply dead.
Absolutely.
Oh, Mask of Madness, okay. So a bit of a cheaper DPS item,
but a very effective one.
Yeah.
It's absolutely great because it's kind of like mini stun locks any hero it's going to activate it on. So
that's very true.
Maybe if he targets down that Ember Spirit, kind of shut him down in a fight.
Yeah, that's
I guess whatever is closest.
Yeah, that's a really good point you bring up, Moonblade. I hadn't thought about the Mask of Madness, but it's definitely a great item for the Sniper.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bit of a lull in the action.
Bit of a lull. They're just kind of creeping, farming, staying very defensive. Even though PokerFace won that last fight, they're still behind quite convincingly, especially in gold.
Now PokerFace, I feel that the wall is going to help them out a lot when it comes to the team fights at Roshan, but let's not forget what Rave have as well for that pit. Basically, everyone on their hero is good in that location, so it's very scary for PokerFace. And I mean, if they move in there after Rave goes in, I think they could potentially win. But if PokerFace is inside that pit and Rave comes in, it's just game over.
Yeah,
there's nothing that will save them in that position.
Yeah, that Sniper really needs a great position to really be effective, it seems. And being caught in the Roche pit is probably the last place you'd want to be.
Yeah, I don't really see PokerFace trying to kill Roshan until Rave does it.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of just waiting to defend Roshan at this point. They kind of wait until Rave makes their move, and then they'll come in.
No, there's an interesting pickup. It's a pipe for the Treant Protector, but if you really look at PokerFace's lineup, that's not a huge amount of magical damage. The Dazzle does basically physical damage with his spells. So, I mean, I feel like it's not going to have the hugest impact in this game.
Yeah.
If you have the pipe up.
Yeah, I don't really rate that pickup.
It's kind of like it basically gets rid of the damage that Darkseer will do. So that's kind of okay, I suppose.
But he doesn't do that much damage compared to the other heroes.
He's all about the setup and just being annoying.
Yeah. So I think kind of hit Roshan a little bit, then back off. Just definitely scared of PokerFace, and they're...
And rightly they should be. That's still not an amazing location for them, because JYU will have like the ultimate positioning to just do damage against them when they're inside that pit. But, you know, the Skeleton King can just blink in. He's okay dying, and then all of a sudden everybody on Rave is extremely slow. Good luck escaping Ember Spirit against a Mask of Madness sniper. And then you have to worry about that wall being annoying and extra healing and disruptions coming in. But they're going to go for it.
He's going to try it for now.
Here's the thing, though. Can PokerFace figure out what's going on in time? They don't have Darkseer with them. Okay, he's teleporting, but I don't know. They're really short on time.
Yeah, it feels like they're just going to miss out completely. They may have realized just too late, or they wanted to let it go.
It's a little bit too late. And this is Roshan will go to Rave. Aegis pick up by the Ember Spirit. PokerFace, if they were there a little bit earlier, I could have seen them taking that fight, but now with the Aegis in Rave's hands, that Ember Spirit is just, he's free to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's going to be poking like nothing else, and they could definitely start pushing uphill, pushing the tier 3. Absolutely. Here we go.
Well, still the wall will be quite useful in this situation for defense.
Still a great position for PokerFace. So he's going to let that tower go down.
Look at Jo being so aggressive, throwing out the chains.
Wow,
JYU.
that was a lot of damage.
He got crit down the half health after getting healed.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
All right, well, at least Mjolnir is online for the Mirana. That's a little lot of extra DPS for Rave, helping them out with the high ground push. Throwing out the fortification, more chains from Jo. PokerFace there. They have to be very careful here. If they lose this fight, I'm pretty sure they just lost the game.
Yeah, they'll definitely lose racks at the very least. And yeah, they're staying so far back.
Okay, well, the arrow. I think that's a 5-second arrow stun. But luckily for Sky, he had his teammates nearby, and Rave decided to not go in on the Shatter Demon. They're just okay sieging down this tower. It's down to about 1/3 of the health.
Just waiting for creep waves, slowly whittling it down. I mean, PokerFace is playing so defensively and so far back that they're not really in any position to jump on anyone.
Well, the advantage for this fight is MP has the Black King bar. He just got it, so we can use it in this fight, and eventually they have to make something happen. They can't let this tier 3 fall. And JYU, you do not want to be the one on the front lines.
No, absolutely not. He's getting very close.
Another arrow's going to fly out, barely misses.
And that tower is almost down, so they're definitely PokerFace posturing up, definitely being more aggressive on Rave.
Rave doing a good job with this continued assault. They are poking and prodding. They're just annoying PokerFace, waiting for them to make a mistake. I do not like JIU's positioning up here. He cannot be the one on those front lines. All right, well, there's the pipe charge. We're going to see if they move in on the MP. He is so low on health, and we may just see that reincarnation get procced. Okay, he survived. He blinked away.
Out, yeah.
He wants to go heal, but the trade-off is the tier 3 tower, and they're going to continue the slow assault.
And it's working. I mean, their slow whittling of the tower has done it. And are they going to stick around for the barracks, or are they going to back up for now?
I think they back off. And basically, Rave, from the look of things, they have been reading at Medieval Warfare, how to siege a city for months. That is exactly what they're doing.
They're pretty much setting up tents outside the base. You know, just waiting every day. Go to the wall, start hitting it, go back to sleep.
Indeed.
Wait for another wave to come. It definitely seems that way. And here they go again.
Even Crystal Maiden has a bit of fire on her. She has a Force Staff, some Tranquil Boots. Not the most amount of farm, but she is in that position 5.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all.
This Ember Spirit, I love how Jo is playing. He's done a great job actually just zoning out PokerFace's squad by using the Sleight of Fist, Searing Change combination.
Very, very careful not to get caught. And that Rax is down to half, so this is very, very slowly but very effectively whittling it down.
Down to half health.
This could be Rax right here.
Oh man, look at the chain damage with the Sleight of Fist.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, they just... Okay, he's barely alive. Gets healed up, but still is dead. The BKB is being used now as well, but still, buyback from Sniper. He wants to come help in the fight. MP! All right, he's dead. The reincarnation will hit it. Oh, nice blink coming out from Cast. He does get him kind of all stuck in the place, but not before he falls. The Jim now on the ground, and Jo, he actually falls. The Aegis is popped. Pyong will die as well. We have 2 buybacks from Rave. And we'll see, can they make it work? Ember Spirit is trying to get away. Will he actually make it out of there alive? That's the question. Febby giving chase, throwing out some chains, but it's not enough. PokerFace, they defend.
Wow.
Whoa.
They've almost evened up the kill deaths, and that was just absolutely amazing. They were so patient by both parties. I thought Rave for sure had the jump when they jumped on that sniper, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think this game's been kind of busted wide open.
It's been busted open, but I mean, like, Rave is still ahead. They still have that huge gold advantage.
They have a huge gold advantage. It's mainly the towers and Roshan, but if you look at the kill count, and I'm pretty sure if we take a look at experience, it's still going to be relatively equal. And as PokerFace make it into the late game, they're just going to become more durable. They'll have more DPS. You know, there's a Maelstrom online for the sniper.
I definitely think they scale better late game. Absolutely with that sniper for sure.
I don't want to underestimate this Ember Spirit late game, but PokerFace, I mean, if you get the sniper that actually target onto the Ember Spirit and he gets 1 mini stun off, like, I think it may just be enough to finish the job. And look at Febby, he's picked up a Scythe of Vice, so that's a lot of extra disable coming the way of PokerFace, which they sorely needed. Let's be honest, they do not have a lot of disable on their end.
Yeah, they definitely needed that. Yeah, they're back in it, but they're still playing so defensively.
I feel like they still need to play defensively. If they lose one person that's caught out alone, then Rave can just move in there and get the racks.
Yeah, I feel like they need maybe one more good team fight to really get them back in it, stop them from being so defensive, and maybe push out.
Yeah. Well, Daedalus online for the Ember Spirit.
Oh boy.
We also have Sky picking up a Ghost Scepter. So I like that choice. That'll help out a lot against the physical damage from Rave. But they're pretty darn even between the physical and magical, I want to say.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more on the physical, especially when it comes to the late game. But you don't want to underestimate the combination of that Crystal Maiden and the Elder Titan. And, of course, all the spells from Marana are magical.
Smoked up, but looks like they're not going to find anyone at this point.
They are very
They're just running between towers, and now Rave smoke up top, so
it's a game of cat and mouse, Moonglade, and they pick off the ward.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the Moonlight Shadow follow-up, so no matter what, Rave, they should have the jump on to PokerFace. Uh-oh. MP. Uh-oh, this could be very bad for PokerFace. Look at that double chain Cynical. He's caught inside the disruption. He'll be A-okay for the time being. BKB from MP. And uh-oh. There's already 2 dead on PokerFace. They've lost both the Dazzle as well as the Dark Seer. It's a true for 2 trade, however. And the BKB now activated from the other Titan. In comes Ember Spirit, getting some chains off onto MP. Arrow flies out. It hits an illusion. The sniper is still alive. Skeleton King, Wraith King. He will fall. He's slowing down Jeho. Can they find the right-click damage to finish him off? He's running away. He is... looks like he had a haste room, but he doesn't. And okay, Sniper is going in. One more hit to do it. And yes, he gets the kill. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's now a blink stun from MP. They're moving on to the other Titan. They should be able to get him from the look of things. They get him. Rior, he could be the next target. Leaps away. A little bit too far off, but look at this. PokerFace. Wow. They're back in it. They are back in it.
That was amazing. And that's exactly what happens when the sniper's in the right position.
Exactly.
He got the right clicks off he needed, and he just took them down completely.
The sniper is getting out of control at this point. 8-4. Roshan's still not around for a few more minutes, but yeah, PokerFace, they're back in it.
They're right back in it. Even leading in kills now.
Well, that's the thing with poker. You can be really far behind, but you get some good hands, you're right back in it.
You stay steady, wait for those pocket aces, and bam.
So that's exactly what we saw. We saw the pocket aces come out.
They went all in, man.
I have to say that Wraith King, this game as well, has been working so well for PokerFace.
And that was some amazing stuns.
It's also like he's being focused down, but his reincarnation is actually being like so useful in these fights as well. The combination between that slow and sniper finishing off some of these heroes is great. We're seeing the gold graph start to fall down. The experience graph almost net even at 0. And PokerFace also has a 1-kill advantage. Another item upgrade for the sniper Mjolnir.
Now they're feeling a bit more confident. They're leaving their base now. They're not so much defensive, and maybe they'll look to contest Roshan in the upcoming minutes.
I sure hope so. Look at Dazzle, the triple bracer strategy.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, I mean, if you just don't have a lot of health, that's a very cost-efficient item that kind of help you out with some extra stats.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. Maybe we'll eventually see Cynical pick up another utility item to help out his team, like a Force Staff, maybe even like a Scythe if he can get to that or Agnum Scepter. But that's not too common on the Dazzle.
No, I'd appreciate a Scythe, I think. But I think that's a while away.
Yeah, it's more than a while away, Moonglade. It's a lifetime away.
It's simply just not going to happen.
Yeah. All right, well, 42 minutes into the match, almost 43, 18-19 with PokerFace, having a 1-kill advantage. So far, Rave. It was pretty even in the early stages, Moonglade, and
it was.
Mid-game is really where Rave was shining. They have a more of a mid-game orientated lineup. They do really well there. They have some late game as well, but PokerFace, this sniper, and the Wraith King really doing work in the later stages.
Yeah.
And
they're kind of into their prime right now, I think. They're really scaling well.
Yeah, and
they've survived like the storm of mid-game.
Exactly, and another important thing to point out, their heroes, the supports, are very defensive, and as long as they keep alive this sniper, they're golden. They have to keep him alive.
As long as he gets the right positioning, I mean, they get the good fights. Even if, like, we saw last fight, like, they lost 2 already, but then the sniper came in from the side and started dealing us so much damage. And the Wraith King was stunning.
Arrow misses the mark. Rior is actually out there alone. His farm is comparable to Sniper's. And we'll see what they try to do. Maybe they move into the Roshan pit.
Would they dare?
Would they dare?
It seems like they're a little nervous here.
They're thinking about it, or they're trying to kind of bait Rave into thinking they're going for the fight, and then they just jump in on him, and they're gone.
Yeah, exactly. The sniper has to be so careful.
Ooh. Oh. The arrow hits an illusion.
So you can kind of tell like both teams are kind of positioning around the Roshan area.
Oh, these fights are all about the positioning, Moonblade. That is a make or break it situation. And with Jail on the other side of the map, I think that we could actually see PokerFace go in and take out Roshan if Rave are not careful.
Is there any remnants around this bottom part?
Oh, the arrow connects to JYU, and there's going to be a stun follow-up. Oh, but he is disrupted at the perfect time. They de-ward, and we'll see what they do after that. Febby is blinking forward, being very aggressive. Let's see if he can find a target.
The runner kind of out of position.
Well, they spot the illusions. They do nothing. It's a very tense moment, Moonglade.
Very tense. This is incredible. But, Rave is really kind of split up at the moment. Marana down bottom, and the other 4 kind of in the jungle or around the jungle, around the top rune position. They're not really positioned for any sort of team fight just yet.
They aren't. And the thing is, PokerFace, maybe they're looking for a pick-off before they go into the pit, but
I think that's pretty much the only way they could do it safely.
I think they can actually just get it. I think they can take it. Jayo's on the other side of the map. Well, we saw Marana kind of, walk away for a while, and they're going to move into the pit. We see Jayo. He is starting to move with his team to the pit, and there's the weave as well. The arrow's going to fly out and hits Roshan. So helping out PokerFace a little bit more. We should see the Echo Stomp as well to follow this up. PokerFace has to back up the double damage rune. Oh, if Sniper picks that up. If he picks that up.
He's got to get to it.
Pick it up. Pick up that haste, or that double damage rune. Okay, JYU has it. Okay, Rave, they do not want to team fight this.
Absolutely not.
And they're going to scout as well. Oh, he tried to dodge it.
That's cute.
That is cute. And MP is actually really low on health. They throw out the Grave on him. This is getting a little risky for.
Yeah, this is getting a little crazy.
Yeah, they need. Oh, actually gets the Earth Split finishes him off. So before the fight even starts, there's no reincarnation. That's not a lot of slow on Rave's end as well. Can they finish off Roshan? That's the real question. Or will this kind of? Okay, they get the Aegis. It goes on to Febby, and they're backing away. Very smart. And at the same time, look at the Rat Dota action from Rave.
Wow.
They've managed to get the tower. Or the ranged barracks in the middle lane, and they're moving into the...
They might even get the melee right now.
Look at the zoning as well from the Elder Titan.
Wow, when they get it.
All right, well, stun now. It's on Jo. This wall doesn't really accomplish too much. Febby, he's hastening away. The Aegis is popped, and Freezing Field from Byung. It's been able to do a lot of damage disruption, buying a little bit of time. But JYU, he's getting smacked to pieces. Oh, the Grave to the last second. It's keeping him alive, but will it buy enough time? That's the question. He gets Rio. Holy crap, he also takes out the Elder Titan. Wow. That Grave, the heal, the lifesteal.
That was amazing. What a turnaround. That could have just been it.
They're going to get cast as well. That's a 5-man wipe on Rave's end. That was not worth the middle barracks. They're going to turn it around.
That is insane.
I can't believe that happened. That was so clutch.
That was the Mask of Madness plus Shallow Grave right there.
Cynical, right on target.
Insane.
What did MP do? He
can't believe that.
He killed himself on purpose to the creeps. All right, well, this is at minimum a tier 2, and we're going to see them knock on the tier 3 tower as well.
Yeah, they didn't have too much time, but yeah, they're definitely getting a tier 2 for sure.
I think Overgrowth is still on cooldown. And wow, this has been a pretty impressive turnaround. PokerFace decided to back it up. They don't want to, be too risky.
Absolutely not. They don't want to lose this lead. They've worked so hard to get here.
Yeah, and you know what? They also know that the later the game goes on, the better their lineup gets. Ember Spirit is still a concern, but...
He's looking pretty beefy, but, I mean, if the Rifleman can get his right clicks on him and shut him down with mini stuns, and from there, I mean, the fight is theirs, essentially. There's just not enough DPS.
The Sniper proving to be a pretty efficient counter.
Yeah, not a bad counter at all.
Here's the problem. Ember Spirit, he's going for a Black King Bar Moonglade, but is that really useful against the Sniper?
I'm not sure.
No, it's not.
No, not really.
Not going to be doing the work it needs. He just... I do not like when teams build survivability items on the Ember Spirit, unless it's like their 5th or 6th item. I feel like they should just be going straight up DPS early on. Get that 2nd or 3rd Battle Fury with the Daedalus.
Yeah, well, what's really like shutting down the Ember Spirit right now? Is it like spells? I don't think so. I think it's like more like this beefy sniper doing damage to everyone.
Yeah, it's the sniper that's really making the work happen.
I kind of feel like it's a bit of a waste. And we see a Scotty.
Scotty boys.
Nice. Adding to the survivability.
I like it. And that slow as well is so annoying to deal with. Ember Spirit, if he has to use those the remnants to get away and he doesn't have one set up, I don't think there's a survival available for, or he just won't survive. Double damage rune in the top part of the river. Let's see if Sniper picks that up.
Oh man, he should. He so should. It looks like, all right, Wraith King gets it. It's not too bad. Wraith King does a lot of damage. Still some pretty nice items at this point.
You know what's funny? The Sniper actually has more health now than the Wraith King.
Wow. And I think that's pretty, I think that's a good thing. I mean, he really needs it at this point. He really needs to be surviving the pokes from the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, he has the Mask of Madness to help out with the DPS.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would expect him to build a DPS item next. Really help him
1,000 crits now for the Wraith King at the moment.
Well, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Adds to the punishment. PokerFace really keeping it tight, sticking together. They don't want to get picked apart at all.
They're playing a tight game.
They got to play a tight game at this time.
That was also poker.
Oh,
reference.
I know. I know that term.
You can play tight or loose in poker. Tight means you only play a small amount of hands, and loose means you play a lot. Generally, if you're bad, you do play pretty darn loose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you'd play really tight if you're bad, so you only play like the good cards.
It's if you play tight, you can be a good player and be tight. Like generally, your range will loosen up a little bit more as you get better. Oh, very nice pickoff, and the gem is on the floor.
Oh wow, that was a huge mistake. Giving up a gem and the courier
for free.
For free. What was it doing out there?
I don't know. Like, I mean, if you're going to put the courier over there,
put it on the trees.
Yeah, you put it on the trees. That was just a simple mistake from PokerFace.
They're like clicking on the minimap or something, and they misclicked it to like the center of it. I don't know. That was a silly mistake, but I don't think it'll be too detrimental at this point. As long as they still keep it tight, keep a good fight, good positioning, they should be okay.
I wonder what JYU will go for next. I guess he may have to pick up Boots of Travel.
Yeah, but should he go for more perhaps damage at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see him getting a BKB at this point if he hasn't already gotten it. And the main thing that will pick him off, I feel, is it's going to be the DPS from Rave. He has the shallow grave, he has the heals, he has the disruption to kind of act as a semi-BKB for him.
Yeah.
But this is a nice item for Rave to pick up. They have the Assault Cuirass for the Elder Titan. And I want to point out that that's 19 base armor on the Sniper. That's all. That's at 0 in the team fights if Elder Titan is anywhere near him.
Yeah, that's actually insane. That's so much more damage.
And it's like it's kind of like his survivability is not as high as you think it is. But I mean, 19 armor is still nice.
Yeah, it's still damn amazing. Oh man, the Sniper's getting so much farm.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It is mega creeps, but farm nevertheless.
I'm really curious. I'm guessing he's going to sell that TP. Will he sell the Yeah, he'd sell the TP.
Yeah, I'm a little torn on buying Boots as your 5th item, Boots of Travel as your 5th item.
Yeah, that could be a good idea too. I mean, so you kind of render the town portal a bit useless.
So you always want that extra mobility.
Yeah.
That's, I think it's just it depends on the situation, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean they are playing very defensive near their home anyway, so like it's not really they don't really have to teleport back to anywhere.
Unless Rave tries to do a little bit of rat Dota, which they don't necessarily have the lineup for. Mirana with the Manta style can be annoying in this situation, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's really not compared to like a Nature's Prophet or an Invoker, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like a Nature's Prophet would definitely make their lineup more annoying than the Elder Titan right now.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it would be probably a better choice, judging from how the game has gone. And the Elder Titan has just really not really played much of a part in any sort of fight. I mean, his stun is good, but and I guess his like pokes with his
he's definitely helped out his team a lot.
Yeah, but you know, so wouldn't a Nature's Prophet.
Yeah,
it would definitely help pushing power. And I think pushing power is something they really lacked, especially when they were pushing that mid lane.
PokerFace will have a Shiva's Guard and an Assault Cuirass now available on their team.
My goodness.
That's going to be very nice for them to pick up. The Shivas, it's like, well, just in case we didn't have enough slow with the Eye of Scotty.
Here's your whole team slowed.
Yeah, here's your whole team slowed, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for one of these fights. 55 minutes into the match, 19-24. It's been neck and neck for a while, with PokerFace gaining a slight edge.
After being in quite a deficit earlier on in the mid game.
Quite the deficit. I mean, it was really close to being over for them.
Yeah, I mean, they were getting pushed up mid, and they held on. They waited until that perfect fight. And now they're kind of pushing down middle, but still playing so defensively.
Also to point out, we have buybacks available for both Mirana and the Sniper. Two probably of the most important heroes to have that buyback available on. But Roshan, he's back. He's angry. He's got a bit of cheese, I think.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, this is number 3. I believe
this is number 3, yeah.
Uh-oh. I don't know when this happened, but that Trent... All right, he's forced to use his ultimate and blinks away, and
wow.
He blocks the damage.
So close.
But man, they have scared Rave away. And the question is, can they go to the Roshan pit and make something happen? This Elder Titan's actually extremely good at zoning teams out of the pit, as we did see in attempt number 2. All right, Will they go in now and try the attempt this fight?
At the same time, we have DOTA up top. Marana pushing the lane.
Yeah, we do. And I also want to point out, I believe that we did see the overgrowth get used from...
For that escape?
Yeah, for the escape. I think that PokerFace actually, they get it.
They're going to get it, but are they going to lose their top tower and or racks? They're going to have to hurry home.
They have to hurry home very fast. The cheese still on the ground. Someone pick up that cheese. They just once again picked up by Fabi. We have some TPing home as well. This Marana. This is what I said, man. She's quite annoying for these split pushing tactics. And okay, hit by the demonic purge. Soul catcher as well, but I don't know if they'll be able to catch her.
No, it doesn't look like it. But we see Searing Chains on the Dark Seer mid.
Uh-oh, Fabi, he's going to get caught out of position. The Aegis will be popped. And MP joining the fight as well. The wall is down. We're going to see Rave back away. Crystal Maiden is dead for the count. And 2 Battle Furies now on to Jo. Going to see a chase. There's the sheep. All right. Vortex back. And there's the stunt as well. The arrow. Being missed. I think MP, though, they're backing up. And those are just illusions. They realize that. Oh, man, just a very tense situation. Once again, this Aegis is getting popped quite early. Not too useful. Not the best positioning, it seems, from Fabi, unfortunately. MP is low on health as well. Okay, there's a vacuum. And Jo, he whacks, he spirits away. Oh, nice double chains as well, doing a good amount of damage. Oh, but they're going to find Cass, and they get him. They get him a lot of burst nukes, so that's 1 dead. And now they're going to spot. Oh, he's stunned, Jo. He's now getting out of this one. Does a bit of sleight of fisting and the chains. He's buying himself as much time as possible. Can he teleport away? He's right around the corner. Okay, he does a TP. Will he escape? No! The disruption! The Soul Catcher follow up! The Searing Chains combo, but they get him. They get him. And meanwhile, mid lane, JYU did some work. He picked off the Elder Titan. This is looking better and better for PokerFace, Moonglade.
Well, it's looking good, but at the same time, we saw DOTA at the top, and he lost both Raxes up the top.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much damage, but Marana goes down from the sniper. So, I mean, they killed the heroes of Rave, but at the same time, they lost Rax for it. And they're going to really have to make something happen. They're going to have to start pushing these lanes a lot more.
They forced a buyback. Trant's back in town as well. Marana does not have Boots of Travel, so that's an important distinction to point out. Yeah. And MP is caught out alone. We'll get hit by a bit of frost. And no arrow follow-up. A butterfly as well now for Marana. This pretty much means that Sniper, a good item for him to work into would be that the Monkey King bar.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think at this point, all they should be really thinking is they've got to start getting some Raxes, or it's just not going to be worth it.
Oh, look at Fabi being very aggressive. The stun hits Young, and can they get him? That's the question. Sheep onto Reorc. Now the Arctic Blast being thrown out as well. Heavy being focused down. He's pretty tanky. Oh, look at that. The chain static damage doing work.
Wow.
PokerFace low on health across the table. And they will back it up.
They're getting just zoned out again. And I don't think they can really afford to play defensive once again. I mean, they played so defensive for so long that the Marana took full advantage of that, getting both Raxes.
Certainly did. I mean, I think that PokerFace, they have the better team fight now, but Rave, they may just rat to victory. It's possible.
I think it's very, very possible at this point.
You can see Marana pick up the Boots of Travel.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, two lanes of barracks down is not an easy position to come back from, even in this kind of advantage.
You definitely need like a hero at home for the most part to babysit those lanes.
I could see them, if they somehow find a pick-off on this Marana, I could see them winning the game. And there's 2 Boots of Travel. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Sniper's going to be the answer to it.
They're ready for the turnaround. And double boots, 1 for each foot.
Very true.
You're moving faster on one foot, and the other one you're kind of flying around the place, teleporting.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange concept.
That sounds like something out of Harry Potter to me.
I like it. I mean, I wish I had those kind of shoes. It's like one has spikes or something because it's like does extra damage with the phase boots. The other one like flies.
You know what would be cool? I have an idea for new boots, but I'll have to explain it after this potential fight. All right, there's the Demonic Purge on the Jo. He's used his BKB, though, still very slow. And out comes our little bit of Arctic Blast from Febby. They get Pyong. It's a trade-off for the Shadow Demon. And who are they going to move on next? That's the question. Teleport back from Febby to home. They want to defend against the Mirana. Can they actually chase her away? That's the question. Out goes the BKB and the pitcher of pitcher. She's turning it around. Overgrowth as well. I think they may actually get Febby, but he has a buyback available, and he does go down. So PokerFace losing 2 members, and JYU has to be very careful against JO. And he will not pursue. Not under the Tier 4 towers. And there's JO. Nearby MP, but still this is a very tanky BKB-enabled Wraith King at this point. Blink of Blade from Cast.
And at the same time, the creeps are just pushing in on those Tier 4s. They have to really start paying attention to that. They're going to be taking way too much damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage that will be taken already, and they don't want to necessarily use that fortification on the towers.
No, not until it's absolutely necessary with heroes. Clean it up. But they really got to start making something happen. They can't be so defensive.
It's really hard, though, at this point for them. I mean, with 2 lanes of barracks destroyed, it's hard.
It's very hard. It's a terrible position to be in. And I mean, it all escalated. It pretty much came from that losing the mid game so badly and being pushed into their base like that.
Indeed.
Really gave Rave the farm what they needed. And
gave them the map control, the Tier 2s.
Complete map control, all the towers. And now they can just rat.
I wouldn't be surprised to see all the Titan go for like a Necrominion or something.
Oh.
Just the kind of
just
add salt to the wound.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
JO has 4K in the bank, looking for probably a 3rd Battlefield or maybe just a straight up DPS item. It's a tough spot for PokerFace. They want to team fight. Rave know they do. And they know all they have to do is keep pushing in the lanes. They don't need to team fight at this point for the most part. They can just slowly whittle away down PokerFace.
Pretty much what they've been doing since mid-game.
Yeah, since the beginning of the game.
Just whittle away, do damage where they can, not over commit.
I have noticed that Eye of the Tiger, they generally play in a way that it's just frustrating to play against them.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way.
Double chains. And there's the Demonic Purge, though, and we see him just jump away. All right, we see Dazzle down. He's dead, and the Shadow Demon the follow-up. This is an absolute disaster for PokerFace. Buyback from Dazzle, but they're going to get MP from the look of things. So the Aegis is popped. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Rior, he's trying to get away, but Sniper doing work. He gets the kill on the Mirana. That's 120 seconds out of the picture. There is no buyback available, to the best of my knowledge. They're moving on the Pyong next. 4 stabs to the top lane. He's going to teleport away. Excellent positioning from the Crystal Maiden, and now up at the top line, they have to be concerned about these creeps. Jo is backing away. 5K gold, the stun! It connects, but can they finish him off? That's the question. There's the chains. The BKB enabled. They're going in on Jo. Can they get him? He's trying to run away, but he won't be able to make it. Sniper finishes him off at the end. And that's 2 cores dead on Rave's end. The Tier 3 tower at the bottom lane is gone as well. 1 member dead for PokerFace. He'll be back soon. Do they just go for the throne? Do they just go for it?
I think they have to. I think they definitely should at this point. They really need to make something happen. They should just push down mid lane, do as much damage as they can before that Ember comes back.
Okay, the buyback from Mirana's has been instated. So she did decide to use that. Wanted to play it safe. Doesn't even want the lanes getting pushed out too far.
That's a fair call, I think. Really needs to keep that rat DOTA going. Keep some presence on the map. Make sure they can't push all the way.
And PokerFace is doing a good job at pushing all the lanes at this point. Daedalus. We have a 6-slotted sniper.
Oh my goodness.
That's doing just under 300 damage per hit. He has the Mask of Madness. Critting for 679 a pop. Roshan's back as well. Just respawned. Number 4.
And here we go. They're going to start pushing that Tier 3.
I think it's time, and uh-oh, Febby, he's hit by a stun. Very, very tanky. 30 armor on this guy. That's ridiculous. He's already up to level 25 as well. 5 slotted. So looking very strong. Well, this is actually like the first time that we're seeing Rave defending.
Yeah.
I think they lose the Tier 3.
I think so.
All right, they're using the fortification. The Weave has hit most of the heroes. They've dodged the Echo.
Ember back in 3 seconds.
Mirana deciding that she wants to try the rat.
So they're going to trade. Looks like they're going to trade mid barracks and attempt to get the last barracks.
I think that we actually have to see a thrown from JYU, from PokerFace. Okay, Echo Slam hits, Echo Stomp, but JYU is okay. He's fine. And PokerFace, do they commit? Okay, they're throwing down the wall. BKB is enabled, and Pyong uses the Ghost Scepter after the freezing field doing a good amount of damage. Febby, he's out of the equation, but Jo, will he survive this one? He's so low on health, and he just barely escapes. JYU, he tries to TP away, but it's canceled by the overgrowth, and they throw the disruption on him as well. He's instantly buying back. Look at the Rat Dota as well from the Mirana. And they do, okay, Jo, he's down for the count. They're going to lose Shadow Demon. No, he blinks away and teleports. He'll make it away just in time. Holy crap, but the super mega creeps.
Wow, he lost both Raxes for the mid Raxes. He lost one Rax in the middle. And yeah, we got mega creeps now. I don't think PokerFace can come back from this.
Yeah, the last tower available.
Rat Dota just too strong, man.
It is. I mean, it comes to, at the end of the day, a MOBA game is based off of an RTS where a sheer amount of unit advantage, no matter how good or strong your units are, they will eventually just overwhelm you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Sure
it ties up so much of your heroes back home at this point. Like, you have to just be defending the whole time, and if you're defending, you can't put on really any offense.
Indeed. Well, it's all but one for Rave at this point. It would be really hard for them to lose.
I didn't see how they could lose at this point.
They're holding their own in these team fights. MP is going to move into Roshan. I think this is probably the last thing that Rave are expecting, and they still don't have the Ember Spirit around for another 27 seconds or so, which means they will not try to really do anything at this point. Yes, Sniper joining as well. I'd love to see him pick up an Aegis, but what's he going to drop for the Aegis?
Yeah, seriously.
He's 6-slotted.
I don't think there's really anything at this point.
All right, well, there's the cheese. All right, he just should sell that. Sell the cheese. He's like, no.
He drops the gem for it.
I don't need a gem anymore, guys.
All right.
Well, this skeleton, Wraith King, will never die, that's for sure.
Yeah, 3 lives. They've lost 1 tier 4, so it's getting harder and harder. I mean, soon their Nexus will be exposed, and that Mirana's just going to come along and right-click that.
Cynical actually picks up the gem. So they still have the gem on their end. That's nice. All right, buybacks from the Darkseer, as well as the Ember Spirit and the Elder Titan. No buybacks anywhere else. There's still a timer on a lot of these heroes as far as the buyback is concerned. Wow, 69 minutes. This is, I think, going to turn into the longest game at the KDL.
Oh, yeah? Do you know what the longest has been so far?
I think it's been around 65 minutes.
Wow. Yep. PokerFace being really on the defensive the whole time, too. This must really take it out of him.
A bit of a disruption on the reor, but he's A-okay. Still, though, talk about late game. This is it. Sniper's peaked.
Sniper's peaked, but, you know, they just don't have the infrastructure left to really have a proper game of it. I mean, they've lost everything except for their Nexus at this point.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Febby taking a lot of damage. He will avoid the Split Earth. Or not the Split Earth. JYU hit with some chains. Or we're going to see the Echo Stomp follow up as well. And JYU, okay, they hit them with the Overgrowth, but he Mantis Styles away thanks to the health. Oh, is it enough? No, it's not. The Leech Seed gets him. And Rave, they're going to move forward. Now on the Cynical, he uses the Ghost Scepter. Same with Sky. But they're just buying time. Okay, blink away into the TP. And this is just terrible, terrible news. MP? All right, well, he uses his ultimate.
That's 2 lives so far.
That's 2 lives, and that will be a third.
Oh, wait, that's 2 lives. All right, now it's the 3rd one.
Well, he did use the cheese, which I suppose is like a life, so they get him. And that's pretty much GG. A bit of an anticlimactic end, but there it is. It's called by Febby. What a game. 71 minutes.
My God.
But Rave got it. Game number 1.
What a great game.
That's only number 1, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 more potential games left. That was crazy. I have to give the Envy's Need the Marana, though.
She definitely won it for them, man. With that rat dotaring, with those killing of the Raxes, she killed every single Rax by herself.
Really?
Every single one.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's right.
Mid, the top, and bottom. How about that?
She did, but boy, what a first match. These teams looking really close in skill.
Absolutely.
I think it came more down to the drafts than anything.
Yeah, I really feel that way too.